4-hour chart. That's when I saw it started sweeping the previous 4-hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I would just like, all right, go to the hourly, look for a swing.
So just give me a breakdown of your whole morning. Like, show me like what you did.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I was on my phone
Okay.
for most of the morning, right? So, but I'll walk you through. So, woke up early. You're recording, yeah or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Woke up and right in time for the 6 a.m. candle.
Mm-hmm.
So, right when it was sweeping, like, right over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Price was probably like right over around here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I went to go look at the hourly.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be over here, right? So I shorted once, like right over here. And I obviously got stopped out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I would just wait till I can be at my computer to kind of sit down and look at things because I already had my higher time frame narrative is, bearish back in, ideally over here eventually, but
Mm-hmm.
first initial target is this area. So I was
With
like,
that
let me
new
just
week opening gap.
correct the new week opening gap, correct. So I just waited, and then we saw the opening, rush up. We take the previous daily high over here, or the AM high.
So start from the 1800, like the opening of the day. Like on the lower, I want to see the opening of the day on the lower time frame. So that 5 minute chart that you have on the right, yeah. Do you have
No, so it'd be over here.
the opening would be to the left more. That gap where you see that gap, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
This is the opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we opened up, we like consolidated pretty much around that opening.
Right.
London
Then we headed up.
expanded. Yep.
London expanded, headed upwards. So if I know that I wanted the daily to close bearish, maybe it will, but I
Mm-hmm.
know that the body, first has to create its wick up high,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can ride the wave for an expansion down lower. So right after the open or nearing the open, we hit these highs over here.
Mm-hmm.
Still on the higher time frames, we're creating a swing up over here,
Mm-hmm. Like a type 2 swing.
right to C2 swing over here.
Yeah, so where the C2 is both the um, manipulation and expansion
Correct.
distribution.
It's like expansion to expansion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, creating that wick expansion to expansion, exactly, yeah.
So as the higher time frame was creating the C2, I thought to get on the lower time frame to start looking at a potential entry area, and then something I would want to see that would trigger an entry for me would be, a change in state, or what we had here, which was an inversion. We actually had two of them.
That's nice.
And I entered at 9:35, I think 36. Let's see. Positions. Okay, so 8:35. So I'm an hour behind. So it's like 9:35. So like right before this new 2-minute candle opened up, I entered like right here at 223.
Nice.
And
So
then
right when
shorted.
we're pretty much retesting that change of state.
Correct, yeah. So we already technically made an inversion right here, which was the confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also looking at this one, so I kind of just considered this as one.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do too. Yeah, I consider both of those as one since they're right next to each other like that. There's barely any wicks. I'm like, okay, well, this would be the area of inversion. Yeah. Okay, good.
Exactly. And then we also have this right here as our change in state. So that's two confirmations right there. There's two entry confirmations that fall in line with the higher time frame narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So entered, just placed my stops at the high.
Yeah, kept it safe. Nice.
Like I said earlier, like I wanted more down movement,
Mm-hmm.
but we had this weak opening gap, so I just decided that my overall take profit would be at the London low.
Yeah, low hanging fruits.
Right, just something simple to get. And then, yeah, it worked out. order flow was very nice. Stayed bearish pretty much the whole time, kind of respecting, um, like
Yeah.
taking highs, dropping lower.
Yeah. When we took the highs, we're making swings back down.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and we're
And,
respecting the fair value gaps and the order blocks on the downside. So
yep,
we're clearly on the sell side of the curve at that point.
correct. And then another big thing that was the cherry on top that really gave me the confidence to go in
Yep.
was the SMT.
Mhm.
So you told me about the higher time frame SMT, which I actually didn't notice
Mhm.
in the morning. But after I had taken my first trade, took a little loss on that. I just waited around, and then we see at 9:30 with YM and ES.
Mhm.
You can see that the 9:30 open sweeps the previous high over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So that's a significant high, but NQ did not.
Mhm.
So we know that in that context, NQ would be slightly more powerful. But that paired with everything we just went over is what kind of just gave me the confidence to kind of hold that.
Yeah, that was a good like candle SMT right there,
Right.
which still played out with a bigger SMT. Do you want to show the bigger SMT as well?
Sure.
So you came in already thinking bearish,
Bearish.
and
Correct.
right when everything lined up with your bearish narrative, you pulled the trigger.
Pulled the trigger and just went for it.
Mhm.
And then just placed my stops at, kind of
Mhm.
the obvious point.
I think it'd be easier on the hourly if you saw it. So YM. Yeah, so there's that SMT. So YM previous daily high got taken out.
Oh, you might have to edit this part out real quick.
No, it's good. It's fine. Like you're good. Like you see YM how we swept that high there. Yeah, right there. That's where the second part, like the middle part of the SMT is. From the top, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And then the YM just kept following the order flow to the downside. So there was that bigger SMT that aligned, and then you saw the shifting SMT like between the candles.
Right. At the tip right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like right at that point. Yeah. So you have the SMT, and then you have that candle SMT too that shifted.
That. Cut that to that.
Yeah, and then that was like the manipulation move of the morning, and then we
Right.
had the distribution downside for the New York push. How many points was that from your entry?
It's 22325. Let me get real particular for you.
Yeah, get very specific. Let's get autistic.
All right, we're just gonna shave off some. Actually, no, let me make it even better for you. Was 206.5.
Okay, nice. And you entered how many contracts?
4 micros.
4 micros, okay.
4 micros.
8 times. 206. You capitalized on the full 206?
I left one, and then I took this. I took this out at 26.04. So that's a little under.
Okay.
And then this right here is when I was complaining about the TradingView lagging.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, TradingView lags.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's good, man. That was a good trade. It was like everything that we looked over pretty much yesterday all played out.
yep. 6.
So how much money was that?
So I took 4 contracts off at like basically 180 points,
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah.
and then left one for the rest.
One runner. Yeah, okay, cool. That's good. Yes.
Yeah, that was basically like $1,400.
1400, yeah. Minus your first loss there. How much were you risking on your first trade that you took? Like,
I think also, yeah, 4
okay.
4 micros.
Okay. So even if you took a trade, your narrative still, like you took a stop,
Mhm.
right? And then, but your narrative was still playing out. You just knew that you were too early. You're still on that buy side
Right.
of the curve.
Exactly. I was just kind of waiting for it. Really, at that point when I hit a loss, I was waiting for a change in state.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that just confirmed me that okay, well, now we're on the down.
That's what you want to
Down.
see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because at first I was definitely like I was anticipating the C2 candle a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
But then I just let's just wait for a confirmation of something,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got it, and then just took it with the trigger.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect execution. Like this was like a beautiful trade, honestly.
Yeah. Just was literally just kind of recycling the information we talked about and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my day.
Is there anything that you'd like to improve on that trade? Looking back.
Yeah. Well, I guess one really was just getting more comfortable with holding it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said to you privately, I loaded up a video game to keep myself distracted because at times I was on these pullbacks I was feeling a little bit antsy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you did good because the narrative was still playing out.
Right. And well, in that moment, I will say that I was looking at the lower time frames when that was happening, and I was feeling antsy.
Yeah.
But then I would just kind of go back to the 15 minute time frame and above, and kind of just realign. Like this is the narrative. It's logical. It makes sense.
Yeah. So at what point, let's say you're in the trade, you're watching it, right? At what point would you consider like, oh, okay, it's going against my narrative now? Like, what were the clues that you're waiting for to see like, okay, if this is turning south, like if this is like going against my narrative, like, what are the clues that you were anticipating for?
If it was gonna stop going
Yeah.
bearish and reverse and turn on me, the things that I was looking at were a change in shift in the order flow. So on the lower time frames, like a swing or an inversion back up into this range.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, so like when we were taking this low, for example, I was getting a little bit antsy.
Mm-hmm. That would have been also a good place to take some profits, you know?
Take some profits. And I think I did. I think I ended up taking some profits around this area at
Uh-huh.
least. But I saw this one came down here. This kind of looked like it could have been a swing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was feeling antsy at this point.
Yeah. But then you just let it breathe a bit and
Yeah, let it breathe. And then obviously seeing this big wick, expecting this zone right here to,
mm-hmm.
these little things were keeping me in the trade on the lower time frames instead of just, hopping out.
Yeah, because one thing for sure is that um, we're still on the sell side of the curve at that point, right? So
Right.
in order
Exactly.
for us to start shifting back up, we have to create that change of state,
Correct.
smart money reversal before we start pushing back up. And you
Right.
didn't see that, so you were just
It
holding
wasn't
that trade.
even here. So
Yeah.
really, I think the only thing that was making me antsy was seeing a little bit of the swings. But yeah,
Go
like you
go on the
said,
1 minute with that. Like, let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute.
yeah, I don't think I even went on the 1 minute after I
Uh huh.
entered. I
Yeah,
didn't.
cause see, like that could have faked
Yeah,
people out and been
this
like,
would have
oh,
scared
this is
me.
change of state. Yeah.
Yeah, big time. This would have scared me if I saw that.
Yeah. But all that was just a pullback. We took that internal liquidity and then we just,
Yep.
you know,
Continue to move
created
again.
a swing. And again, there was an inversion in that because that whole
Yep.
move is like a miniature move of what happened that morning where you took your
Yeah.
position.
Exactly. Exactly. Literally, same exact thing
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Kept pushing down. Yep.
I also saw this later.
How fast was the move when you entered the position? Like, were you in? You weren't in any drawdown, right? Like, right? Cause you knew
No.
right away you were on the right track, right?
Yeah, I knew. I was like, okay, if this is gonna go, it's going right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything's aligned, and
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing else to wait for.
Mm-hmm.
All my cues of entry are there. We've got inversion. Um, we have a change in state. We have our SMT,
Mm-hmm.
and we have our open target down here. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason
Yeah.
why it should play around any longer.
Now, like, that would be a good like area where you're like, okay, if I was to assume risk, and it did come back to my stop, I still had a good strategy. I still had a good plan for entry. You know
If
what
I
I
took
mean?
the loss on this, yes, of course, the loss wouldn't have been. No one likes to lose, but it wouldn't have felt like I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have been much more okay with taking a loss on a setup like this
Mm-hmm.
because of the quality of it,
Yeah.
rather than just trying to get a profit for the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Because this was a well planned out trade that you did. It was like perfect.
Right. Exactly.
This is what you want to look for. This is like pretty A plus.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 200 points on a Monday, like a lot of traders would be done already for the week.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. Like this could be like the whole like this could be your week done pretty much.
Yep. So that's it. That was my day.
Awesome.